Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome. I hope you've had a beautiful couple of days. It's Deborah O'Neill, CEO and founder of BlissV.me, Integrative Holistic Health, coming to you live from Vancouver, BC, Canada. If there's anything that I'd love to go viral, it's this notion of hope and our ability as a human race to be able to go inside and find the journey of possibilities. And there's no better place to do that than in the elemental fire area of the body. We spent a lot of weeks now working our way up through the elemental levels of the body, from the earth to the water into the fire, and we'll keep on going up into the air and the heart region, and we expand that air area. But first we're doing a little digging, we're doing a little excavating. There's some that even refer to it as planting a garden and planting those seeds. Those beautiful seeds that we tend to and nurture. No different than the seeds of the children. If you've brought children into this world, those seeds that we plant and nurture and grow and see the bounty and see that thrive. Such a beautiful visualization, beautiful imagery. Yeah. But with that comes a lot of its uncharted territories. I had a beautiful opportunity to sit in my yogic practice yesterday. It's gone from 3 hours to 3.5 hours. And the last hour was philosophy. And I find the philosophy, when I studied my yoga teachers, it was really important for me to find a really strong foundation of theories and philosophies. I didn't want just what I called at the time just a drive-through yoga teacher training certification, so that I could go and be a pop-up yoga studio somewhere. In fact, I still have not gone out and been a yoga teacher in the larger sense of working at a yoga studio and being a yoga teacher. I've chosen to really take that yogic training inwards and really revel in the philosophy and use it certainly with my clients as needed, but not presently offering it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so to speak, or Monday to Friday way at this time. So we talked about planting the seeds. So I studied the Himalayan tradition, meditation, yoga philosophy, which is 5,000-year-old oral lineage that has been passed down. And I have had the absolute wonderment of traveling to all the sacred sites from Rishikesh all the way up the Himalayas into Badrinath, where I had the absolute pleasure of being initiated into the lineage and offered a living mantra, which is very honoring for me. But we talk about the 8 rungs of yoga. And what that is it starts with, they're called the Yoga Sutras. And it starts with like the yamas and the niyamas, and that's basically where it starts. And I would think that we're kind of in that region. We're kind of in that yamas and niyamas region where we're really tilling what's important to us. We're really figuring out what foundation do we want to have in this life, and how do we want to move through that. I have this lovely book. This is my yoga journal. It's Ganesha and Remover of All Obstacles. So sometimes in this fiery area, we're going to need to remove some barriers or obstacles to participation to fully show up, because we're going to have things like saying, gosh, another thing, what is this? Do I really want to get involved in this? But is there a curiosity of what it is? So I just thought I would go over a little bit of what we talked about yesterday was the karma. You might have heard of the word karma. And so we go through life and we plant karma seeds, and it allows us both good and bad. So we talk about bad karma just with even bad thoughts. That's kind of thoughts are the first things out into the field. So I'll bring that up probably as we go through for the next week, a little bit of yoga philosophy of where we're going with it. But so we're planting seeds in this region here. We've got the fire, so it represents the sun. So the sun is going to allow these work in our favor to get these seeds growing. We're tilling, and we're going to look at where we truly want to go with this. So when you look at, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about the yamas and the niyamas, because this is a great starting part. So the yamas are do not harm, do no harm. And you don't lie, don't grasp for stuff like, I really want this. It's asking us to be wise and be truthful and be kind. And I love this one, not seducing others' partners. So there seems to be epidemic of this in North America. So that's the primary yama. So I thought I would make sure to include that in there. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Deepak. Thank you. Hi, Mola and Yal. Thank you. And the niyamas is create some good karma actively, to be pure to everyone and everything. And that's the actual pure potential of the niyamas. And the tapas is to sweat a little. It's going to take a little work. Get ready to buckle down, and go into the self-study and figure out what's going on and seek the guidance of somebody that you see as someone that's been in knowingness. And so that's basically the yamas and the niyamas. So that's where we're at. We're putting that into our plan. And I would consider this a part of self-study. And I hope that you would consider me as someone with a minute bit of knowingness. As I learn more, I'm here to share more with you. And then we go into the asana, where you're bringing in your spirituality a little higher. So that's the first 3, and then there's 8 rungs. And we're also working with the pranayama. That's our breath. We've been working with that. And the pratyahara, that's our meditation. That's our still point. So you see, we're working up, as we work up the body, we're working up with so many philosophies and so many wonderful things that are on our side and have the potential to create endless possibilities for us. So I was really excited with that. And everything shows up in that receiving time, just in perfect point, like perfect timing. So with that, let's go into our seated position and feel our sit bones on the chair or floor or wherever you may be. If you're lying, just lie and allow the free flow of the breath to come in. Engage our lower deep diaphragmatic breathing. Feel our feet on the floor. Allow those etheric feet and that grounded, those tree roots to come in and down into the earth. And allow that to go through the rock and through the molten warmth of that fluid layer of Mother Earth and down into that crystalline core. And invite that earth energy up that same line that it went down. Up into the bottoms of the feet and into the legs. These beautiful tree trunks we've been gifted, carrying us and walking us through all those rungs of wisdom, into the hips and the lower abdomen and into the heart region, the chest, the lungs. Expand. Turn on your sensories if they're not already turned on, and feel as the earth energy comes into the shoulders and washes down the arms and into your hands. And bring it up into the neck and the head. Feeling the full head and out the top, Sahasrara, and allow that to cascade down the outside of the body, and see if you have any new senses today. Is there anything that's starting to build for you? And come into that centering of the body. Rocking it to the left and to the right and back and forth. And taking it into the alignment. If you've already done some pen to paper, and I congratulate you, celebrate that. Allow that line, that fine line, to come through the perineum, through the central channel, the Sushumna, up through the head, and fine line to divine, creator, source, universe, higher self. And allow that beautiful golden white light to come down through that fine line that's been connected to source energy, and allow this golden white light energy to come into the body, into the full head. If the body feels like it needs to move, move it, and allow it to come in to the full chest and shoulders, down the arms to the hands, so we can walk in compassion and grace and understanding, and have this groundedness and this divine energy into the heart. Expand our heart. And into the lower abdomen, making sure that we're still breathing. When I was first learning this, I used to hold my breath. It was so funny. It was cute, actually. And then went into the hips and the lower legs, down into the calves and the feet. And feel this beautiful energy. Feel this beautiful energy. Great place to ask questions, or just sit and listen. Sit and listen. We did a lot of that yesterday in the yogic practice in my satsang. And we did a really neat breath where you plug your ears and you hum like a bee from this area. And the sensation that's in that breath is just so outstanding. And when you stop, you find that still point. You find that there's a little background hum or sound, and you focus on that, and then that sound becomes louder. It's just so interesting, the body and the breath work, and when you get working with the breath, the places that it can take you. And my hope is that when we continue this journey in a new forum, and it's more of a community forum, that you come in that journey, because there's things like this that I'd like to practice together with us, that we can go deeper, and I know that you've done the preliminary work, and you feel the curiosity is drawing you further along. Let's bring in our mantra, so hum. Inhale on the so, and exhale on the hum. Inhale on the so, expanding the belly and reaching the side of the ribs and some expansion in the back body, feeling it in there and exhaling, just naturally exhaling. Good morning, Carl. Bringing in that four-pointed breath at the 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'd like you to, if you feel called to, maybe just investigate a little bit the yamas, Y-A-M-A, and the niyamas, N-Y-A-M-A, niyamas, S, are the niyama. And to take a look at what part of that do you want to bring in? When I was raising my children on my own, it was really important for me to find a foundation, something that would be my guiding light, to keep me grounded in the direction that was most important to me while raising 2 children on my own and an entrepreneur, working endlessly. And my mantra was for myself at that time to create a loving foundation for life. That was my beacon. So it gave me a broad essence, almost like an aura of what I wanted to envelope my children in and myself in. Keep on breathing this so in and hum out. And before I even knew it, I didn't even know about the yamas and the niyamas back then. And I felt so graced to know that I was living that lifestyle. I was working with the term kindness is catchy, is what I always said to my kids. My kindness is catchy. It's a great contagious energy. So let's just sit in silence for 2 minutes. I'd love to know how this fire section, this element of fire, is working for you. And I want you to know that we have the ability to transmute. Fire is like transmutation. So start to write down the things, those little niggly things that are popping into your head. They might even be popping in during meditation. Write them down. Let's keep a list. And as we come to the full moon, that's our transmutation as well. While we're in this elemental region of the body, we will get to experience the full moon, which is letting go of all that. Letting go of all that. And working with the breath. How is your breath going? Are you able to navigate a smooth breath in and a smooth breath out? Do you notice you're feeling better? How are you feeling in the last few weeks we've been together? Thank you so much for sitting with me today and being here. My heart card today. For those that are with me live today is Sunday, during the pandemic, with us all in lockdown. And the card simply says, relax. I think it's a great day to relax. I'm game. I can do that. It's a great time to pick up a book, perhaps your journal, put some pen to paper, take in a course, perhaps look at that Surviving to Thriving 7-day course with michellericardson.com. Dear friend of mine who wrote this book. And I hope to see you tomorrow. I love you. Make it a great day.